getting ready to wrap up the fastest hour in radio. We're on a Fez.
There we are, Fez. A little bit faster today since Stern needed an extra 6 minutes.
And it'll be a little shorter tonight when we're on at 8 after Redskins Radio.
God forbid 5 hours is enough time for you to dump all that stuff into one morning show. Take an extra 6 minutes from our hour.
The prosecutor in the Michael Jackson case does not want Jacko's $3 million bail reduced, claiming Big Mike may try to flee the country.
He ain't going anywhere. He would have been long gone by now. And wherever he goes, there's kids. It's an odd thing for him.
They need to send him to some sort of seniors community where he can hide out there and not touch anybody. With the $3 million, I mean, they're talking about lowering it to $300,000. Is there really that big of a difference for someone like Michael Jackson who has money?
No, it's first of all, it's not a big difference, and there's no place for him to go anywhere. There's nowhere in the world that's going to say, yes, Michael, you're safe here. We'll never let the United States come in. So this is just posturing and just trying to be a pain in the ass.
The prosecutor said he's beloved in Africa. Everyone loves him there. He may try to take off for Africa. Now, anytime you see Michael Jackson in Africa, he's got a surgical mask on because he can't stand to breathe the air.
Well, I mean, he could go to Africa, but it doesn't mean that we wouldn't be able to come pluck him out of there. So this is just posturing. It doesn't mean anything.
Now, Kit Culkin, the father of Macaulay Culkin, he said Michael Jackson's behavior went beyond sharing a bed with Macaulay and Kieran, but also with their little brother Rory. Now, Kit Culkin says he saw Jacko and the 2-year-old sitting in a room sucking on baby bottles. The odd thing was Rory didn't have any baby bottles, so Big Mike must have given it to him.
The odd thing is you dropped your kid off at Michael Jackson's house. That's the odd thing, Kit. And let's just face facts. You rented him those kids, and now suddenly you want to join the crowd with us and be appalled. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. I couldn't believe it. I left my kid with a pedophile, and when I came back, something odd was happening.
This is the same guy who was nowhere to be found while the kids are burning down the apartment complex in Manhattan.
Well, that was their own apartment that they owned on their own by that point. But saying this whole story of him leaving his kids there and being surprised, this is like saying, oh, I dropped my wife off at Bennington's, and when I came back, he was nailing her. That's what I do, and I don't care what else is happening. It's not my fault. It's my nature. Michael Jackson, I think we can tell by now what his nature is. We know what he is. Don't leave your kids there at the house.
And yet, even after this case is finished, one way or another, there is still going to be someone else that shows up knocking at the door with their kid to hand over to Michael Jackson to play with.
Because it's cash, Fezzy. There are people that would rent their kids. It's not a big deal for them. They love celebrity in this country.
Now, before we wrap this up, I'll give you some of the dirtiest-sounding headlines from last week, actual headlines, including Michael Jackson. This headline was, Michael Jackson wants gag order.
I'd love to read that story. That's interesting.
Elton John's endowment helps student.
Well, I guess it would. He's a big guy.
Mary-Kate Olsen rear-ended.
Hi-oh. I'm just going to do this now. Hi-oh, when you get off a good one, like I'm Ed McMahon.
Lindsay bosom blown out of proportion.
Well, that I disagree with. I saw her on Saturday Night Live, and I think it works.
And this one, woman fingered in oil attack.
Hi-oh. I'm back to hi-oh now. I got nowhere else to go with that.
That's it for the fastest hour in radio. Some happy birthdays before we go. Tommy Chong is 66 today, and hopefully we'll be lighting up something other than candles for his birthday. And Bob Dylan is 63, going on 80. We're Ron and Fez, back later, right after Redskins Radio tonight on WJFK FM.